Paltrocast.
Rory, how's your day going aside from answering the same questions over and over and over again for media people?
It's lovely. It's a nice day here in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's real nice. Nice Friday. Love a good
Yeah.
Friday. How's it going with
Still
you?
nonstop but good. And you're still a New Yorker like myself after all these years. So congrats on that. And now this movie, 5 Pounds of Pressure, not the first movie you filmed in Europe. Was it a big role transition kind of thing for you to film in Europe and be the lone kind of American in this cast?
Yeah, I kind of liked that because everyone was like worried about their New York accent, and everyone, there was like a coach on set, and I just loved being like, "Oh, you all need that. I don't." But yeah, there was a kind of ease to it that I grew up here, so I can kind of settle in and not have to put that kind of work in. It's crazy. Like if I was tasked with doing a British accent, that would be so much effort. So I didn't admire them, but yeah, no, it was nice being the native New Yorker in England, pretending it was New York.
In Manchester, mind you. Now, I didn't realize until this film that Manchester could pull off the New York thing. Did you know that before going into the film?
No, and I was actually kind of concerned, but yeah, they found certain streets and alleys that really worked. I bought it. I thought it was Brooklyn. I believed it.
Yeah, are you finding that other cities have that New York thing? And the reason why I'm asking is in watching a recent season of the show Atlanta, it might have been the last season of it, they went to New York for the day and you realize it's just Atlanta. So I'm wondering if every city now has New York.
They have a New York alley somewhere. You place a yellow cab in the background and you're good.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, yeah, no, it is. It's a tough task. I think it's a unique city, so it's hard to find a convincing corner.
And then this character that you played, Mike, how much of Mike is there in you, the human being? Because obviously it's not representative of your life as an award-winning actor and all that, but you never know if, hey, that reminds me of that guy from that bar, that one of those deals.
Yeah, there's always a little piece of yourself that goes into every character. You kind of draw from your own experiences, or even if you're sort of mimicking someone in your life, it's filtered through you. So yeah, I'd like to think I'm a little smarter than Mike. Like Mike felt like just a more degenerate version of myself, I guess, and that was kind of fun to play. Uh, yeah, someone who just makes poor decisions. It was cool.
What was your gateway into this role? It's obviously a great cast, yourself included, not short on star power, but you're past the point of your career of traditional auditioning. So I didn't know if you knew Alex and they went, "Hey, come join the team."
No, no, I read the script, and Phil Aloka, the writer director, asked to meet with me, and he's in Brooklyn too. So yeah, I just went and sat down with him, and just yeah, I guess we just said all the right things to each other because I walked away from that. I think we shook hands, like, all right, I'll see you in Manchester in a couple of weeks. Um, but yeah, he was just he had it's semi autobiographical, like he went through a lot of the stuff that you see in the film when he was in his 20s, and yeah, and but he was also just such a pleasant guy now. He maybe wasn't when he was in his 20s, but he made it out alive and better for it. And he's a great musician. He
Yeah.
was in the band Law and Order, and they used to open for Guns N' Roses. And yeah, so he's sort of a success story. Sort of if one of these characters made it out properly, that would be Phil. So yeah, that was my gateway, was just Phil, and what a pleasant guy he was, and what an interesting script he wrote.
Now, you said one of the magic words there, metal, and obviously love the work that you did related to Mayhem. Now, were you a lifelong metal fan, or is that just the dream opportunity of a lifetime right there?
No, I mean, I knew of Mayhem, but I wasn't like a huge fan. And then yeah, that story is just so intense, and never really seen anything like that on screen, and such a cool opportunity. And Jonas Ackerlund, is an amazing director. So yeah, I just really I wanted that film to get made. I think I was attached for like 4 or 5 years before we
Oh,
did. But yeah, it was one of those things where it was like, this is too good to ever get made. Like, this is too good to be true. This will never happen. And then finally, once it did, it was just like felt like a dream the whole time. But yeah, just playing these weird sort of cold face painted musicians who don't know the different who are blurring the lines between characters and reality. It was just there was so much to play with there. I kind of wish it was a series. I wish we had 6 parts. We only had an hour and a half to tell the story, but there's so much more to tell. So yeah, I just wish there was more of it.
Now, speaking of characters who are blurring the lines, you're also a wrestling fan. Not every actor is out about being a wrestling fan, and you're not the only Culkin that is a wrestling fan. So I love that your family is out about being metalheads and wrestling fans and all that. We're kind of seeing this gold rush of wrestling related movies that are acclaimed and getting a good budget. Is that something that you're considering dipping your toes into at all?
Yeah. I actually met with I had a meeting with a wrestler a few weeks ago who has a really interesting story to tell, and yeah, there are a couple of ideas going around, and I thought Iron Claw was amazing. Um, I was so inspired by that, and then anytime wrestling is being told, there's an audience full of people who aren't wrestling fans that are just like enthralled by this, and the the I don't know if you saw the movie, but like the villains cutting promos, and it's all dramatic, and it's like each chapter opens up with the next villain that Zac Efron's going to wrestle. It's like really, really inspiring. It was really great. So I hope there are more things like that, and I would love to be a part of it.
Following up to that one, who is, and I ask this because you're a great actor, who do you think is the greatest heel in wrestling today?
Ooh, I mean, I would have said Bray Wyatt, but he passed
Yeah.
away. But yeah, I mean, that guy was just such a creative mind. It was like I kind of wish they did more with him. But right now, I don't know. I've sort of fallen off wrestling recently. I keep up a little bit, but it seems like it's just picking up again. I don't know. Is The Rock back, right? And he's doing great. He's like people
Yes.
hate him now or something. Yeah, that's awesome.
I thought the answer was going to be it's MJF because you saw him in the Iron Claw, and that's that.
I love the mixing of it too. I would love to do something about like the independent circuit and sort of mix real actors with real wrestlers. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, I love seeing that. I love seeing again. Like I wish Bray Wyatt crossed over. I would have loved to see that guy in a movie. But
Yeah,
you
great
know,
Cape Fear character adaptation right there. That was. And last
yeah.
one before I let you go, this new movie, 5 Pounds of Pressure, is new to us, the public. It's old to you in a way. Do you know where we can see you next? What the next project of yours coming out is? Because sometimes you're on the streamers, sometimes it's a guest spot, sometimes it's an indie. You're kind of hard to keep track of, Rory.
Yeah, and I don't have social media either, so that doesn't help. But yeah, I have a film called Degenerate with Emil Hirsch that's in the edit right now, and I have something called Dead Guy with Michael Shannon. It's also in the edit. And I don't know where those will land, but just Google me in a few months, and maybe I'll have an answer for you.
My money would be on Saban Films or Lionsgate for all the above. But either way, thank you for your time. Thank you for the years of great work, and really looking forward to whatever's next, whether you're eating people, hurting people, or being the lone nice person in the film. Looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot, man. It means a lot. Thank you.
Paltrocast.